This is the TV News, the industry's only daily video report, brought to you by American Ingenuity TV. For all of your electronic marketing and creative needs, American Ingenuity TV is simply the solution.
Welcome to the TVNews.TV for Friday, June 4th, and we begin with ABC. Media Post is reporting that the Disney-owned broadcast network is currently contemplating launching a low-cost and reduced ad-supported online video service. Right now, potential price points are being researched by surveying subscriber targets. Now, prices being tested range from $1.99 to $4.99 per month. Now, the reported advertising load would be about 35% of the current TV ad load. And the exhibition window of first-run series fare would begin the morning after any given primetime play. Hey, about a month ago, just prior to the cable show, we reported that Comedy Central was developing an animated series called JC. It's about the life and times of Jesus Christ in modern society. Kind of wacky. Now a coalition of religious and conservative leaders have banded together to badvertise Comedy Central for their perceived transgression. Now, badvertising is the practice of contacting network advertisers to put them on notice that their products and services will be boycotted unless said network caves like a spelunker to said protest. Now, Comedy Central has released a counterstatement that urges protesters to conserve their energies until a decision is actually made to put JC on the air. Stay tuned. And finally, we bid a very fond farewell to Golden Girl Rue McClanahan, who passed away on Thursday. Ms. McClanahan's passing leaves only Betty White as the sole surviving member of the original Golden Girls.
The Sports TV News is brought to you by Sando Communications. Sound judgment, solid credibility, and superior results. This is Sando Communications.
Let's bring in Eric Mackerlin straight away. EMAC, everyone in the entire free sports world knows about the Major League Baseball blown call that negated Armando Galarraga's perfect game. So please tell us, with respect to video review, NFL refs are not above reproach, and neither are NHL officials and even tennis lines people. So can MLB umpires finally come down from their collective ivory tower and submit their calls, not including balls and strikes, mind you, to a reasonable video replay system? What do you think?
The quick answer to that, Jeff, is yes, it is time. What we saw in Detroit yesterday was inexcusable. And there are two reasons why, let's say, baseball purists resist replay. One, we get the line a lot that they don't want to take the human element completely out of the game. And two, they believe that if they installed some sort of replay system, it would lengthen games and make the game even longer than it is now. Let me dispose of those, one by one. We've had a number of very, very famous blown calls in baseball. I think none more famous than a blown call in Game 6 of the 1985 World Series that probably cost the St. Louis Cardinals a World's Championship. That's when Don Denkinger blew a call at first base. There's no doubt in my mind that what we should be concerned with when it comes to umpiring or officiating games is getting the call right. And there's nothing wrong with either being able to ask for help if you're on the field, or have somebody upstairs in the booth with the type of high definition or pretty soon 3D television images that we're going to have, who will be able to tell whether or not a call was correct. They could call down to an umpire in a simple Bluetooth headset and say, hey, look, that call was incorrect. We've got tape up here that proves it. Let's get the calls right. I mean, there's too much money and emotion and time riding on these decisions. So, that to me doesn't wash. The human element, will always be in the game. But if we have technologies that can help humans make better decisions and better calls, then we ought to use that. And that shouldn't just be limited to deciding a call at first base, like with the case there was with Galarraga yesterday. It's time to probably do it with balls and strikes too. We've seen, plenty of situations where umpires adjust the strike zone. Let's just use the technology, put the chip in the ball, and let's just get it over with. The second one, of course, is that that if we install replay, it's going to drag the games out. I've been watching baseball my whole life. I don't know how we could possibly drag the games out any longer. And if we're worried about time with baseball, then let's ask the umpires, who after all are in charge on the field, to speed things up in order to make an allowance for a possible interruption by replay. Play the damn game, get it moving faster. So Jeff, yeah, it's time for replay, and baseball can make the adjustments to make it happen very, very quickly.
Well, I agree with nearly everything you said. I just don't think in our lifetime you're going to get balls and strikes being called. In tennis, they're doing it by millimeters. They're looking at calls by millimeters. I don't think it's ever going to happen in baseball, but that's for another day. Eric, we thank you for being with us. Appreciate your insight, and we will see you next Friday.
Future events and opportunities brought to you by Dude Walker. Get the best voice. Get the best price. Get Dude at dudewalker.com.
If you want to talk to the TV industry at large in our native tongue, that being video, become a sponsor of the TV News. To get started, click right here at the tvnews.tv website or drop us an email at advertise@thetvnews.tv. In just a little over 2 weeks, the world's greatest media marketers and designers will gather at Promax BDA, the conference 2010. To learn more, log on to promaxbda.org. And that's about it for today's edition of the TV News. We will be back Monday with top news, plus the big picture, news analysis and commentary. If you missed any editions of the TV News this week, you can get current in a big hurry by clicking on our archives. I'm Jeff Grimshaw. We thank you for watching, and as always, go out and make it a great weekend.
The TV News has been brought to you by American Ingenuity TV. For all of your electronic marketing and creative challenges, American Ingenuity TV is simply the solution.